And there wasn't even a guarantee, according to this player, that Matthews would come back. Now that he's gone, the situation has only gotten more volatile. No, but all the players are pissed. He described it as Game of Thrones-esque in that locker room. Game of Thrones, very much so.
Woo!
Anything is possible.
That's never good when you're related to Game of Thrones.
Right, exactly.
I think of the Houston Texans, but go ahead.
That locker room, that roster, it's very volatile. I think a lot of things are on the table, especially including the movement of Auston Matthews, which needs to happen in the next several weeks because he has a no-trade or a no-move clause that's going to kick in at the end of the summer. So if you were going to go place a phone call, this is when you do it.
It is right.
It is within the next couple of weeks.
So is it fair to say they won't get a choice to move him? If he informs them, I am not staying here.
Yep.
He is on the market, not because they want to do it. I think clearly they'd much rather move Nylander than the local hero Marner, or certainly Auston Matthews. But they're not going to get the choice. So here's my point. At a certain point, you are hired to do a job. Right, Rico? We talk about this. You're a big boy coach. You're a big boy GM. You're an owner of a team. There's a responsibility. Now, I'm not saying that if in this particular case he doesn't get it done, that he's an out-and-out failure. No. But we've waited years for Yzerman to put this franchise in a spot where they could, in good conscience, pick up the phone and make a Godfather offer. It's time. I'm not settling for B-rate theater anymore.
Especially if Matthews strong arms his way out of Toronto.
And again, he's a pending free agent. You will have to come to an agreement on a deal, and I'm just spitballing. It's probably 7 years and north of $100 million. It'll be an AAV of $13 million plus.
It'll be absolutely insane, that offer will be.
How about 15 a year? The point I'm making, Kenny, tell me I want to hear from your people, Red Wing people. Guys, this you have to be on the phone for Auston Matthews. Yzerman is not here to do anything but bring you a Stanley Cup. Auston Matthews is at minimum a 40-goal-a-year guy, and at maximum, we have seen a 60-goal year.
Correct.
And Kenny had the factoid of the day. This is all Kenny, nothing to do with me. Every team that was left in the playoffs had a 40-goal scorer.
Minus Carolina, but Florida has 2, so it evens out.
There
Also,
it is.
Carolina is the exception to the rule. Don't listen to that.
Carolina is Barry Trotz's sex dream.
But to your point, the window is right now to win. You've brought up Mo Seider. Lucas Raymond is here. You saw Casper a little bit last year. Edvinsson came up a little bit last year. All these prospects that we've been touting for the last couple of years, they're finally here. If you want to open the window to success, it's right effing now.
Well, Kenny, we were talking about this. What would it take? What would the Wings have to do to get him?
Now, this is the part that people are going to be very uncomfortable with because they're going to ask for somebody that's in the lineup right now. They might ask for Mo Seider. They might ask for Berrigan. They might ask for Lucas Raymond. They're going to ask for a bunch of draft picks too. If you're willing to do that for a generational, elite with a capital E player, it's a no-brainer. You're going to have to spend, but this is why you build the war chest. This is why you did all these trades. This was the reason. If you can get a guy like that, you are catapulted into a deep playoff run type of team.
You're going to be okay if they have to give up your adopted son?
I will be miserable, but silver lining, bigger picture, Auston Matthews, a 60-goal scorer. I mean, those don't grow on trees. You barely ever see them.
People, it's here. For all you Yzermanites, this is what we've hired him for. It's not to draft and stash. It's not to have 1 million draft picks. It's not to just draft our way. No, you're going to have to supplement your rebuild. Now, you've had some time. What you haven't produced is a 40-goal guy, an A-list first-line guy. So, look, the Leafs could hang up the phone. Divisional rival, original 6. I get all of it. Here's what I'm asking for. You got to try. There's no GM in the league who would say, no, I don't want Auston Matthews.
And I think the Leafs have to take every phone call because, if he wants out and
what I'd argue?
Turmoil within the organization.
You know what I'd argue? There are very few, if any, teams in the league that could put together a more compelling package than the Red Wings. So, hockey fans, news team, assemble. The bat signal is up. We never talk about your sport. Here it is, prime billing in the 3 p.m. hour.
Yeah, I mean, and then you have the relationship, Shanahan and Yzerman. Maybe they could work something out and make this thing happen.
Yzerman picks up the phone. I made you.
You like those rings you got?
You only exist because of me. I would have left your corpse in Hartford. That might be a little aggressive. 248-539-97. I have a very particular set of skills. Just don't you have to pick up the phone for Austin Matthews? And at what point do you say no? Look, the Leafs may say no on surface. Teams do stupid stuff all the time. Certain teams won't do business. I'm just saying. David is right to a point. Now, he takes it too far. But Yzerman, there needs to be an accountability that, look, I think he's a killer. I think we are going to win a Stanley Cup here in this town. But how much longer are we supposed to just keep drafting 17, 18, and 19-year-olds and waiting around? They're on the precipice of taking that leap. What we need from Cade Cunningham next year is what we need from the Red Wing organization. Well, what's the best way to do it? You put one of the 10 best guys in the sport on your team, lock them up, and let's go. It's time. What Elliot Friedman's reporting, it's nothing we weren't telling you Friday. Except now it's a trusted hockey guy and not our bum asses saying it. Pick up the phone and let's get it.
I was about to say, you at least got to give it a try. And
if the Leafs hang up, fine. You can still leak the report that you tried. I am not holding them to the standard of must get it done.
No,
what I'm saying is it's an Austin Matthews type player this offseason.
And it's the same standard where we held everybody, the Lions, everybody. Pick up the phone, try to see if you can work out this deal.
Now here's
if you don't, somebody's going to tell us, well, the Wings made phone calls, but they were rebuffed.
Wings were in on Matthews, offered as much as X picks, etc. If you show me that, and it's the Leafs turning down something egregious, I can't blame Stevie.
And this isn't limited to just Austin Matthews, by the way. If they go and reach out for Mitch Marner or Willie Nylander, those are also guys, 40-goal scorers, guys who can score that much.
But again, Matthews is the one with the relationship to the fired GM and the no-movement clause that starts July 1.
They all have that, by the way.
Okay.
All the core four have that no move.
But would you say if Matthews is the one who has said, I am not staying here, Kenny, you got 30 days to trade him.
Absolutely.
So
at least put the offer in. I want to see that report that you're referencing.
Now,
I want to see somebody say, hey, we tried.
Kenny, where are your people? Where are your people?
I thought this was Hockey Town.
You bitch at me. Well, guys, come on. We should talk about this Ottawa ownership situation. I'm like, Kenny, we have a job to do.
Hey, Hockey Town.
Guess not.
248-539-9797. It's cool. You know it's bad if I want to win a Stanley Cup more than you do. Yikes. Big yikes.